Hello, everybody. Welcome to Saturday morning here in Colorado, and of course, Saturday evening, Sunday morning, all over the world. Uh, so happy to be able to be here today and bring more messages of love from above. So, before we get started, I would love to send love out to the world. As we've been doing at the beginning of these sessions, and we'll continue to do it until there's world peace. So, every day. I also want to send just some special energy to my host that allows me to live here and allows me to do this. She's in the hospital, so we'll just send some love to her just for a quick recovery as well. So, if you'd like to join me, I really appreciate it. Whether you're watching this on playback or live, all our energy will join together across time and space and send energy out to the world. So, I'm going to start off just taking a deep breath and coming back to this moment right here. And allow the unconditional love energy from up above to flow down into us, into our heart, fill us up, and overflow out to the world. And if any of you that are watching this on playback or live need energy, we're sending it to you as well. Beautiful. Thank you so much. Really appreciate that. All right. Excuse me. So, a couple quick announcements. I just want to go ahead and throw some playlists out here so everyone is aware of them. These are recorded previous videos. The drawing for the weekly 30-minute free personal recorded reading, after I finish this session and after I eat, and probably later this afternoon, because I do need to run to the hospital to drop off some stuff for her. So when I come back, I'll close out last week's weekly energy updates that are 10:30 of 22. So for this week, I'll close those out and then I'll pull a winner and do the announcement tomorrow. So here is the playlist for those. And sorry, and they all include those and then also the ones that came out this morning for November 6th, which is tomorrow through next Sunday. And so if you watch and comment on those, then that will be towards next week's drawing. So just want to make sure that you guys saw those. Also, yesterday I put out the 1111 Portal of Justice readings. So here are those. Really excited. Those were some pretty awesome readings as well. And they also put out a pick a card this week with this What Does the Moon Have to Tell You? And so there's 4 different pick a cards that you can choose from there. And of course, November's readings are all out. They came out. So if you're looking at for the month of November, there's the playlist for that. I know I put out a lot of videos. I just love doing it, Spirit tells, "Hey, do this." I'm like, "All right, I'm on board with that." And then of course, for all you Scorpio sun babies, Scorpio season came about. There's a special bonus reading in this pick a card for all those Scorpios who have their birthdays in the sun of Scorpio, of course. But for the rest of us, there are 5 different pick a cards to choose from within that as well. So there you go. All right. So definitely appreciate, excuse me, all those wonderful comments and all the love and all the likes and watching all the videos. It's just, I love hearing how spirit is touching people through their messages. They love to talk to us so much. And I'm just glad that they taught me to shut up and listen so that I can bring messages. because it's a process. You guys all know it takes time for us to do that. All right. Almost ready here, and then we'll get started. Let me just shrink this down so I can see everything. All right. All right. There we go. Sometimes you just got to be smarter than the mouse. Excuse me. Clearing the frog out of my throat this morning. So sorry you guys had to hear that. All right. So I'm excited. So hello, everybody. Manisha, hello. Dune absolutely can get a reading. Hey, Shravani. Hello. And Pooja Gupta, Jaylin, thank you for sending love and healing. Much appreciated. And Deep Shika, Jazz, and Anne, and Jessica, Sample, hello. And Shivani, Rishi, Self Love. Hey, Liliana, you are awake. Lisa Sarkar, Aprilia, NK, Carla, and Anjali. Thank you guys so much for being here. Hey, Carla. Really appreciate it. And all the thumbs up that you've already given on the video. It just helps spread the love so much. And I'm very grateful. All right. I know enough blah, blah. Let's get into the reading. So Anjali, you will be up next or first. And then Carla, you will be up next. And Anjali, you want to know how will your destined partner look, like personality traits, zodiac sign, work, nature, job, or business? All right, let's see what spirit is willing to let you know here. Of course, sometimes they like to have some surprises for us, but we'll see what they're wanting you to know about your destined partner. Okay. All right. Well, right off the bat, you got the Aquarius card, the star card. So as far as a zodiac sign, could be an Aquarian. So that is, I'm an Aquarian, so I can tell you, I'm sorry, I'm just kidding. They, everyone's a different soup, regardless if their sun sign is Aquarius, they could have a whole bunch of other stuff that influences and how they love, how they communicate, and all that. But at least it's like Aquarian sun sign, or possibly an air sign, because the Queen of Swords came in here too, which with the Queen of Swords, this is air element, but it's balancing heart and mind, which is good. That's good to get with that Aquarian card, because Aquarians can kind of put their emotions in containers, and sometimes you have to ask them to share their emotions because they're so out, in their mind, trying to change the world and trying to bring in new thought and new ways of doing things, that sometimes they forget, oh yeah, I'm in a personal relationship. But I love that with the Queen of Swords. That means they have a balance of their heart and their mind. So that's good. And then also there is the King of Cups. So this does show as well that they're balanced, because the King of Cups rolls over water, but all the kings get air, and the Queen, she rolls over the air, but all the queens get water. So these are like balancing of heart and mind coming in very strong. So definitely the message there that they aren't too much in their head overly, and they're not too emotional. They have a good balance between them both. And then there's 2 tens here. You got the 10 of Pentacles, which means that they are very secure in the outside world. They have abundance in a lot of ways: abundance in their heart, abundance in their mind, abundance in their finances. So very much a secure individual, which makes sense with all the balancing that's going on there. And there's also the 10 of Wands. The 10 of Wands, excuse me, sometimes can mean overburdened energy, but especially coming out with right next to the 10 of Pentacles, this is about harvest. Usually it'll show someone with like 10 wands carrying it like a giant, stick, um, bear, can't think of the word, but bundle, gosh, on their shoulder. And that means that they, had the harvest and they harvested them and now they're carrying their harvest, to market or to their storehouse or whatever. So very secure, very abundant with them there. And that is what they want you to know about them right now. Kind of feel with the uh, heart and mind balance. I feel like they are in a mental type of job, but it requires a lot of compassion and a lot of emotional balance too. So that would mean for me that it's someone that's up in like management of some sort of business, and maybe an entrepreneur too, that they understand that they can't just be boom, they have to be able to also schmooze and have compassion and have feeling and emotion. And so there's that important balance coming in there. So that's what they have for you right now. So no more. That's the peak for today. So many blessings to you, Anjali. All right. All right, Carla, you are up, and then NK, you will be up next. So a general reading for tomorrow. Okay, sure. Let's take a look here. See what Spirit wants you to know about tomorrow. Tomorrow. It's only a day away. Now, sorry if I put that song in anyone's head. It's going to be in my head now, too. Spirit is funny today. All right. Thank you. All right. Anything else? All right. Well, I like this for you. You have the Four of Cups coming in here. So, cups are emotions, and four is stable emotions. So, I really feel like you're going to feel a really good day tomorrow because you have the King of Cups too, which is you're in pursuit of heightened emotion and just filling up and overflowing with emotion. It's like you're looking for joy, you're looking for happiness and love, and you get it. You get to this feeling. I mean, you have the Sun card, which is overflowing. It's bright, it's beautiful, it's victorious, and it shines bright. So it's a very bright day tomorrow, full of balanced emotion and overflowing emotion. But it's not like we didn't get like the super joy cards and all that, to where it's like, oh my gosh, I'm going to bust. It's like I feel good, I feel bright, I feel things overflowing. But it's a balance with that Four of Cups. So it's a very positive energy for you tomorrow. So whatever you got going on, I really feel like you're just going to be emotionally um, flowing, with it, and it's good. It's a good day. So um, not they don't want anything else. They just want you to focus on the bright, sunshiny emotion. Allow it to like wake up in the morning and just smile and go, I'm ready for this great day. And just let that follow you throughout the entire day. So that's what they have for you, Carla. So I like it. Many blessings to you. All right. NK, you will be up next. And then Aprilia, you will be up after that. So NK, you want your test results. Oh, your test results will be available tomorrow. Will you be happy about them? I'm assuming I did good, but you want to know what Spirit has to say. All right, let's take a look here. Whoa, okay. Okay, anything else? All right. I gave you two cards here. So you've got the Two of Pentacles, and the Two of Pentacles is about balance, balance. And you have the Seven of Pentacles, which is all about patience, balance and patience. And this also is about the last thing that grows on a fruit tree is the fruit. And so I feel like the fruit that you see is good, and you like it, but I feel like it's a very balanced day tomorrow. I almost feel like they might be delayed in coming out. Not like a whole day, but like they're available. They usually put them out like 8 a.m. and then they're like, "Oh, sorry, system issue. It'll be up at noon." And you're like, "No, I wanted to know my results." And it's all just balance. Know that everything is unfolding, and it's just that balance and that ebb and flow in the outer world is an important piece for you tomorrow. But I really feel with that Seven of Pentacles, that is the fruition message also coming in there. So I feel you're going to get the fruit that's good, but I also feel like there's a change of direction that comes from it too, like how you stressed over it and you realize I didn't need to stress, and then how you're like, well, it's a good score. Could I have done anything different with it? And reflecting on, were you stressing out during the test? Um, breathing through the test, just things that and it's so you though, and it's like you're gonna, if it wasn't like the highest score, you're gonna look at how I can do better, how can I do better, how can I do better, and they're like, balance, grasshopper, balance. Just look at what you would want to do a little better next time, as far as how approaching it, and stress and studying and whatever. Just go with the flow. It's okay. So I feel like it is good results, but you know, your expectations of yourself have always been high. And so they're like, is that good for you or good like for the class? And so they want you to look at balancing and approach everything in just a balanced way tomorrow. The test results don't mean anything about you. It's just someone's opinion on what you're learning, and it's just a check-in. So you'll be fine regardless. They're just like, relax, relax. So that's what they have for you, NK. So many blessings for you. All right. So Aprilia, you are up, and then Lisa, you will be next, or Liza. You want to know, Aprilia, what does T want to say to you right now? She's a Scorpio, and you're a Gemini. Okay. Let's take a look here. I'm going to move over to the Runic Tarot. Let's see what they got going on here. All right. So Aprilia T, what does she want to say right now? Anything else? I guess so. Okay. So let's see what we got here. So the first thing is happiness. I'm happy, I'm joyful, I'm celebrating. So this is a great card to come out to start off with. So there's this happiness, there's this just this inner joy that's just shining from inside out. And so, that's the first thing. I'm joyful, I'm happy, I'm excited. The other thing is the seven of swords here. Swords are thoughts, beliefs, mindsets, attitudes, expectations. And it's about becoming aware of what thoughts and beliefs are stealing something, like stealing joy. So it's like she's aware of things that have stole her joy, or stolen is probably the more better English word, as I just destroy grammar. But she's aware of in the past what took away joy, what blocked joy and happiness. And uh, this is a wonderful thing, because it's like, I know what I did before that stole joy, and now I am joyful. And there's this wonderful awareness just around a lot of other things that she's realizing about thoughts that have stoled, you know, from her life in the past. And it's just like this big ahas are happening. There's things that are in her like in her face, because like a six of swords would be three on each side, and the when beautiful smooth flowing, mental stuff, and then here comes the seven right there in the middle. So there's something that has come to her that she's dealing with and facing right now too, in regards to what have stole things from her in the past, her thoughts and her beliefs and her mindsets, which is great because she really is getting into this place of the Two of Wands, where I'm realizing my power is something else that she's telling you. That I know when I focus on what it's missing out of my life and what I don't want in my life, that grows. But when I focus on what I'm grateful for and what I do want in my life, then that grows instead. I'm realizing my power. And that's coming with her figuring this out. So, a great um, ahas and awareness that's coming from it. And the King of Pentacles. And the King of Pentacles is about feeling abundant in the outside life. And that makes so much sense with everything that we just talked about, from celebration to all this stuff and realizing her power and figuring the things that were stealing things out of her life. She's feeling abundant and whole in her outside life, and also in her worth as it relates to the outside world. So, really, um, and I almost feel like she's saying thank you, that you have taught me so much about this, and uh, even unknowingly, by how you live and how you act and how um, the choices that you make, and then also the advice that you gave that you didn't think that she was taking. I kind of feel like there's, all this little stuff sprinkled in here, um, that you don't realize the impact that you've had on them. And so they are saying thank you to you, their higher self. So that's what they have for you, Prilia. So many blessings to you for that. All right, Lisa, let's take a look here. You want to know who will your future partner or be personality wise? All right. And then Liliana, you will be up next. So let's take a look here. See what Spirit would like you to know around the personality of your future partner. All right. All right. So the first card is the Emperor. So they are going to be someone who is very, um, they're balanced too. I'm just going to start off with that because they have both the Queen of Wands and then the Emperor. The Emperor is someone, the very divine masculine energy, very, in charge of their life and order of their life, and they don't let other people come in and tell them who they're supposed to be and should be doing. They're, like any emperor, they listen to people's advice, but they're very clear that they're going to make their own decisions based on what they feel and what they want. And so they have been very much in command of their life, which is good, within reason, right? You don't want a dictator or a tyrant, but an emperor, a loved emperor who is loving, is what I feel from them. Because also the Queen of Wands is here, which this is another person who's very, they walk into a room, they have vibrancy, it's divine feminine energy, so they still can be vulnerable, allow themselves to be vulnerable, but people don't mess with that because they know that the emperor will show themselves just as fast. The Queen of Wands also is someone that's very focused, that can get things done. So it makes sense that both of these are interacting well together. Very fiery energy. I believe the Emperor is like Aries energy, And of course the fire sign, all this fiery energy. So they do have a lot of energy. They do make movement. They do go, places because of that. And they have a little touch of their intuition that comes in there too. So they trust their gut and they trust their heart as well. They're not just all facts. They also connect to their emotions. So a good balance. I like that. They also have been through a lot with this Eight of Swords as far as understanding what their thoughts and their beliefs and their mindsets that used to keep them blinded and feeling bound and trapped. And so they've really have expanded past and learned a lot about themselves because of that. So they've really understood old past thoughts and beliefs and opinions that kept them feeling small and limited and not taking steps up when they were younger. And because of that, that's why they're in this emperor mode now. They were just like, I'm gonna decide what something means, not someone else. I know you guys are saying that that's what it means, but I don't. I disagree. This is what it means. This is what I'm going to do. So very strong, standing up against even traditions and standing up against old ways that no longer are suited for this day or their life. They're like, that was good for my family before, but this is what I want now. So it's even like standing up and not doing the family business like everyone's done for generations. Like, no, I want to go do this, and they're like, no, no, you can't. Yeah, I am. It's that kind of strength that's there. And I love that you got the marriage card here. So it definitely is telling you that this is your future partner. There is marriage. There's wonderful, wonderful happiness and joy and celebration. So it is a wonderful type of energy that comes in there with that. So that is what they have for you right now. So I like it, Lisa. So many blessings to you. All right, Liliana, you are up next, and then self love, you'll be after that. And you want to know about this Sebastian? Uh-oh, Sebastian, what is he up to? So let's take a look here. We will see what is going on with Mr. Sebastian and his feelings towards you. So, Sebastian, okay. All right. Well, first of all, Spirit says balance, balance, patience. I know. You're like, no, just don't rush into things. I think you got that when you asked about him last time, too. It's like, just take it easy. They're just like, just be careful, take it easy. Um, and, I really feel with all of this, I mean, the Eight of Pentacles is here, which is like they're wanting to take things to a new level in the outside world with you, but there is this decision that's kind of popping up here, and I want to present these like this. So here he is, he's in the fork in the road, right? So he's not sure what he wants to do because one, he has his old, this Seven of Swords that was just out, which just talks about the old thoughts and the old beliefs and uh, old things that have stolen away relationships and happiness and things in his life because of his past. These thoughts and these beliefs and these mindsets, that are leftovers from childhood and school, right? Where he just has had things just fall out from underneath them, rugs pulled out from underneath them, right? And so there is a hesitancy there and moving forward. But on the other hand, they also have the Sun card, which they're like, they really um, see this bright future and this brightness that comes in, and they want to take action. They have this 10 of Wands, but this 10 of Wands also is like there are so many things that he's focusing his energy on right now too, and that's where this comes in is like one is kind of like fear of losing a conditional love and like things have happened in the past with them, And then also is like, I don't know if I have enough energy to, you know, fuel a sun. I already have, so many things. Like this is you over here, and then here's like school and maybe work and friends and family and sports and whatever he has going on in his life. He's got so much that's happening that the other thing is like he's not sure he has the capacity to fuel the you know the sun, the shininess of that as well. So he definitely likes you, definitely is. You're one of the 10 things that are on his plate, but he doesn't have um, like a decision hasn't been made yet because he's balancing that fear with the also the I don't want to uh, do a half-assed job. I think I can say that on YouTube, but not do it halfway. And if they're like, if I can't do that, I don't want to, treat you that way. So that's kind of like where he's at right now. He's kind of in this little, I don't know. I mean, this and that and all this, and has all this energy going on. So that's what they have for you right now. I know patience, balance. They have to reiterate that, of course, Liliana. So many blessings to you. Hang in there. Right. Self love, you are up. And then Rishi, you will be next after that. So you'd like a reading about next week, self love. So let's take a look here and see what Spirit would like you to know about next week. Okay. Anything else? Okay. Well, a lot of movement. You do have the Seven of Cups here, which is there is some emotional confusion next week. And it's more that it feels like there's so much that's happening next week that you just kind of feel drawn in a bunch of different directions. See, is that gonna, I don't know if that's even gonna focus. Maybe that's what it represents is feeling out of focus, right? And I feel like it's gonna be so busy because you have the Knight of Wands, which this is like the most active, energetic movement. But you also have the complete opposite, the Knight of Pentacles, which is all about slowness in the outside world. So I feel like inside with emotions and energy and thoughts, you're going to have a lot of activity going on, obviously with emotion, with all this. Um, but the Knight of Pentacles is the outside world is just taking its good old time. So there's all this activity that's happening and maybe even activity happening on the outside, but the movement of it is slower. And so I feel like there's this opportunity to just kind of go with the flow of the inside while going with the flow on the outside. It's almost like two different horses on the chariot that are pulling in different speeds, and you're like, come on, and you have to like slow down, one horse because the other one won't pick up speed. You're like, come on, I know. And it feels like, oh, I'm like holding back, like when you're going 80 miles an hour on a freeway and you take an off ramp that's 20 miles an hour and you slow down, you feel like you're like going backwards. And I kind of feel like that's some of the emotions. It's like you have so many different emotions happening next week through what's unfolding. You do have the Star card, though, which is the card of hope and wish fulfillment. And so there is this brightness around all of this. And I feel like that's what's happening here is like, I feel like you're getting some good news about something, but it's like, it'd be something like, and I'm not saying this is what it is, but it's like, yeah, you're gonna get a raise. All right, but it's gonna be effective January 1st. Oh, come on. It's that kind of thing. Like you have good news, but it's in the future, and it feels like it's gonna take forever to get here. But it's about the patience of heading toward that and getting to that place. It's like, okay, all right, slow down that Knight of Wands. It'll get here. It's just exciting, and there's a lot of mixed emotions that come through it all. But it's very bright with that star card. So I like it. It's like the star, it's bright in the dark skies for you. All right. So that's what they have for you, self love. Many blessings to you. And then Rishi, you are up. And then Shabani, you will be next after that. I am doing very well. Thank you. And you want to know if your parents have backstabbed you or launched a smear campaign against you to extended family? My pleasure. Let's take a look here and see. What would you like Rishi to know about parents? Any of these actions? Anything else? Okay. Anything else? Okay. Okay. I don't think so. With this lover's card, this is about emotional choices and it's about love. And I feel like there's this nine of wands. This nine is about the hermit's journey, about your power and your energy. And this is like this message that the realization that you hold the power of this block that's happening between you and your parents, that you can actually do something about this. You can actually change your interaction with your parents because of your energy, because of your power. One of the things that they realize, usually they'll have like, it's like big, like all the wands stretch the entire length of the deck, and then the person will be holding like one of the stabs, one of the wands, which is the ace of wands, which is your power. And it shows that wherever you focus your energy is what grows. And so if you focus your energy on what you feel your parents might be doing and their actions and what they're doing that you don't want them to be doing, your energy is actually growing that. And they'd like you to try something. They'd like you to try ending the old way of doing things and begin something new. And this is about nurturing the outside world. And it's like, instead of focusing on what they're doing that's you're not happy with, focus on what are the things that you are grateful for your parents, and focus on what you want your relationship to be with them. And then you take action on what your part of it would be. No expectations on them. I do this, and this is what your part of it. And so, if you want that relationship with them, and you want to have this, smooth, loving, peaceful relationship with them, then you be peaceful, you be loving, you be what you want, and your energy expands that in your life. Because one of the things that we all get to experience in life is that everyone we interact with is a mirror. And so when I see things like, we can ask ourselves, when I go, uh, I want to know, like, if my parents are backstabbing me, it's like, oh, this is a mirror. So I can reverse that and go, how am I backstabbing my parents in my thoughts, in my beliefs? You may not be doing it in the outside world, but on the inside, am I backstabbing and smearing, having a smear campaign within me against my parents? And then see the reflection and the how more true that is in the moment for you and what you're feeling. And it's like, oh wow. So I'm going to stop backstabbing my parents inside of me and having a smear campaign against them, and give it a try of ending, putting a death to the old ways of thinking and feeling and doing with them, and go, you know what? I'm going to start being what I want from them, towards them, and then watch and see how the energy changes. First, watch how it freaks them out. Suddenly they're like, "Are you on drugs? Why are you doing what? What's going on here?" But watch how it changes all of the energy. Watch how it changes that. Because that's the only thing within your control anyway, you know. But I feel like that's the message that they have. I don't feel like they are doing anything with that lover's card there, because that's like a very loving card. Um, and I don't feel like they're doing anything like they're trying to backstab you or smear it into anything. Parents talk to other people about life and everything else, and it's not meant to poorly reflect on their children, because it then, in parents' mind, it poorly reflects on them. So they generally don't try to smear their children, um, unless they're in fear, and then they act out of their minds anyway. And you can't hold them accountable when they're acting out of fear, out of their minds, because that's not them. They've left their brain when they go into fear. So bringing love to them and being the giving them the energy that you want from them, I think will be a huge change. So not focusing on the negative and all the stuff they're doing that you don't want them to do, but start making a list even of things that you're grateful that your parents have done for you and that they do for you in the world, and watch the energy change. So that's what they have for you, Rishi. So many blessings for you. All right, Shivani, you are up, and then Jessica, you will be up after that. And Shivani, you want to know what are Vidit's true feelings towards you? So let's take a look here. What are Vidit's current feelings? All right, so let's take a look. Wow. Oh my gosh. So they are severely in their head. 5 cards, all swords cards, which is all about thoughts and beliefs and mindsets and expectations. And they've got the 3 of swords, which is the expectations card, and it's the disappointment. So they've got this disappointment going through their head. They've got insomnia or nightmares about all the stuff that they feel like they have to meet up to, all these expectations, and they have the 7. So 3 odd numbers, 3 and 9 and 7, which the 9 is the internal journey. So I feel like these things are what are sparking them to kind of go inward into their mind to figure out what of their thoughts and beliefs are stealing joy out of their life, and what are all these things that they keep feeling disappointed about. And so this is them doing that inner search, which they also have both the knight and the page of swords, which this is them having action and thought and mind and belief, and they're in pursuit to understand what it is, and they want to overcome these thoughts that keep whispering, in their ear. Psh, 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 psh. And the page of swords is showing that they are, and both of these are about their making progress, and they're going to this higher place. So all of this tells me that they do have um, feelings for you, but I feel like it's sparking old pain, old thoughts and beliefs, a lot of fears of not meeting up to expectations, and fear of losing conditional love, and feeling of disappointing and letting people down, as well. So there's a lot going on in their head. I mean, oh my God, five out of 5 is all swords. So they are just so consumed with these fears in their head that they're out of their mind. When they go in, like I was just talking about, when a human feels unsafe or out of control or is fearing, that's what triggers the human mind to go into fight or flight mode. And the blood literally rushes from our head to our hands, like our arms and our feet, to either fight or to run away. And so when we do that, we actually go out of our minds, because our mind doesn't want us to sit there and be intellectual and think calmly about things. It wants us to take actions to stay alive. And so I kind of feel like that's where they're at right now. They just have a lot on their minds, a lot of expectations about a lot of things that are just overwhelming them. but they're doing the work, but they're definitely in their head. So I don't feel they're in their heart right now. I feel like they've kind of sectioned off their heart to protect it while they're dealing with, defending themselves against all these accusatory, um, whispers in their ear from old, thoughts and beliefs and mindsets and opinions that have been poured into them. So they are definitely, if they're an air sign, totally makes sense that that's what they would revert to. Or their moon sign might be an air sign, which means emotionally, when they go into anxiety or feel that threat, they'll shut down or shut off, close off, I guess I should say, and then go up in here and analyze, overanalyze, extremely overanalyze in their heads. So that's what's going on with them right now. They're just kind of, they might even come across numb or um, what's the word that they usually use for air signs too? Like, well, unfeeling, but there's feelings going on. They're just blocked off from everyone else because they want to protect their heart. So that's what they have for you, Shivani. So hopefully it's like, okay, it's not me then. No, definitely not you. It's everything going on inside their head. So there's feeling there, but everything's spinning. All right. So many blessings to you. All right, Jessica, you are up. And then, sorry, scroll down here. Let me scroll back up. There we go. So Jessica, and then Jaylyn, you will be up after that. So Jessica, any important messages from Spirit? Well, I do. I have like, how many? Like 9, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, eight oracle decks to pull from, and I'm being, well, actually, from the Queen of the Moon Oracle. So we'll see what they have to say there, and then we'll pull a couple cards there for a love reading. And thank you guys so much for all the thumbs up you've given the video already. It just helps out my channel so much, and it helps spread the wonderful Zen love. So thank you for being a part of that. I really, really appreciate it so much. All right, Jessica, here's your card. Came flying out here. You've got acceptance. There it goes. Beautiful card. That's the waning crescent moon, number 4, which says acceptance of the current situation is the first step to change. The past does not exist. The future hasn't happened. There is only right now. A little affirmation for the card is, I accept where I am and who I am right now. When we examine our lives and engage in some truth telling, we're often confronted with what really is. And this realization is powerful, but often we reject this truth if it's too hard to bear or we're afraid of accepting something so difficult. Each of us at some time has dodged our blind spots and then had the illumination of what actually is eventually confront us. What we do next is crucial. Do we accept exactly where we are, no matter how painful or confronting? Or do we retreat back into our illusions and remain stuck or unchanging? Choosing to accept ourselves fully and the position that we're in enables us to take the next step towards growth. When we can plant our feet solidly into the earth and say, yes, here is exactly where I am, and I accept this fully, then we can take the next steps confidently, honestly, and powerfully towards where we now wish to head. Accepting where we are right now in its fullness allows us to also accept that there may be some chaos in our change. Let me say, some chaos in our change before there is full order again. So sometimes chaos comes around, and this can be an exciting feeling rather than one that generates fear if we hold our new intentions clearly. I like it. Companion stone for that is lepidolite, Lepidolite. So I like that. So be here now. And I feel like that is also part of your love reading is accepting where you are right now and have gratitude and see what you're thankful for, what's going on around you, and not waiting, putting like your happiness in the future. Because when we put our happiness like when, then I'll be happy. We're not happy the entire way until we reach there. And usually when we reach there, we're not happy and because we keep moving the carrot, right? So let's see what they want you to know here about love. What else for Jessica around love? Tell you, if we get a patience card, I'm just kidding. All right. All right. Very good. So you do have the Queen of Swords, which is all about balancing your heart and your mind, and so trust your heart, and then but also your mind, but don't think about things too much. And it's like uh, the queen basically knows that when we make decisions strictly out of logic and by the supposed to's and the need to's and the shoulds and all those expectations, it feels empty. And when we make decisions strictly out of our heart, based on those things, it's generally doesn't fare well either. So the Ace of Swords that she actually has allows you to connect to the capital T truths of the higher realms, which allows you to see from a different point of view, feel from a balanced point of view, to where it's the higher love and the higher thinking and not the fear, like conditional love and those types of things that kick in. And so there's this wonderful balance that's coming in here. And they're saying, be here now. And then you have the chariot, which the chariot is victory. It is movement. So there is movement, but it's balanced movement. And I feel like, this is this power of choice message that comes in with her as well, which is that no matter what happens in each moment, like in the what is now, like that card was saying, the here and now, I get to decide what it means. I get what story, again, the heart and mind. I get to decide what something means, what story I apply to it. And I also get to decide what I want to feel as I go through it. Now we battle against, like I said, the higher and the lower. The lower is our old habits, the opinions that we were given all growing up. And so we have this habit of that when this thing happens, this is what it means. When that thing happens, this is how I feel. But there's this power that comes in that I can change that habit. So when I lose my job, instead of it being I'm a failure story and um, it means I'm supposed to feel devastated emotion, which is the habit, what we've been taught, we can look at it as finally freedom. Now I'm going to go and do something that I want to do because I know that that's not, that was like a toxic relationship I was in with my work. And I wasn't going to leave because I was comfy and I was fearing I wouldn't be able to find a job. And better to be with the devil I know than to go find a different devil, Um, and so you look at it as freedom and joy instead. And people are like, you can do that, and you're like, I have the power. And that's what they're saying is that no matter what is coming your way, um, that in this moment you get to decide what it means and what you want to feel. And you do have the sorry for the glare there we go, the double endings and double new beginnings of the judgment card. And this is two way. You have your higher self that is calling your smaller self to a higher place, but there's also this letting yourself out of the maze of all these thoughts and these beliefs and these mindsets of the human world. It's being unlocked so that you can leave it and feel the freedom that comes from that too. So I like that there's movement towards love, but really it's the power of being here present now instead of focusing on the future and all those old ways of thinking about things, the expectations and all that, right? Because there's a freedom that comes here for you through this process, which allows you to break free of doing things the way you used to it and then ending up with the type of people that you've always ended up with. And I know how that goes. Eventually, it's like, why do I keep attracting the same mirror? And it's like, well, once we it's like I know in like I had like 5 longest term relationships, which I talk about sometimes on here, and it's like uh I realized later that my mirrors kept on coming to me, showing me what I wanted to see about myself until I saw it. And then once I saw it and I was like, and it changed, then I didn't attract that mirror anymore because I didn't need that specific mirror anymore. Attract other mirrors, but those mirrors were done. So that's what they have for you, Jessica. Many blessings to you. All right, Jay Lynn, morning to you. Absolutely. I'm glad that that reading resonated with you. You had crazy dreams and visions and downloads in regards to a friend, and they left you confused. Oh, yeah, that full moon eclipse. We're in eclipse energy right now, too. So I have weird dreams a lot of the time anyway, because of all the water in my chart. The moons, I feel like I'm always being impacted by the moons in some way, but the eclipse ones, oh my god, so weird. So I get it. So that could be some of it too, but we'll take a look here. So would shed light on dealing. What are their intentions with you, and are you party to him, and does he watch your Facebook page? Just think he often. All right, let's take a look here and we'll see what. And actually I want to switch up to the wild unknown for your wild dream tarot. So let's take a look here. And then Anne, namaste. Uh, you will be up next. And thank you guys so much for all your patience as I do make my way down the list. If you're new to my channel, you just have to be subscribed to my channel in order to chat. And then for a reading, you just put your question and I work my way down the list. And if you don't want to put your business out there, you can just ask for a general reading. Spirit knows what you're wanting. And that's all that matters. This human doesn't. I'm just the radio station. I'm the radio. They're the radio station. So let's take a look here, Jalen. So DL, the down low. What are his intentions with you? Let's take a look at that first. Intentions. Okay. And then, are you a priority to him? Yep, none of those. Okay. All right. And does he watch your Facebook page? Whoa, okay. And does he think of you often? Whoa, okay. Let's see what that's all about. And then does he miss you when you aren't together? Okay. All right. So looking at like what are his intentions towards you? You got the 5 of Pentacles here. And it's like he has these emotions that are in him about feeling abandoned, feeling out in the cold, looking at his worth in people in the outside world that have left him really, really mistrusting is a good word. Just and mistrusting, but also just very. He put everybody in this box of everyone lets me down. Everyone in the entire world lets me down, and it's like, well, okay, but that's his journey. That's part of his need to see that in order to turn inward and upward eventually. But he's not quite there yet. But that's kind of like his intentions with you, which is not his intentional intentions, which is funny. But it's his subconscious. His little inner child wants him to do this. And so he brings people into his life as messengers. And so you are a messenger in his life, reminding him, you're mirroring to him how he feels about himself, but you don't know what you're mirroring back because you're just a mirror. You walk around, people look in the mirror, and so he's seeing this reflection. And so I feel like he doesn't know what his intentions are. It's not conscious. It's his subconscious. It's his inner child bringing people in, showing him these messages until, like we're just talking about, until he wakes up and goes, oh, wait a minute. I get it. And so he's almost there. He's almost there. Because when you're asking, the next one was, are you a priority to him? You got the Seven of Pentacles. And so another one about worth and the outside world, you know, the all the odd numbers of cards, like a six would have three pentacles and three pentacles, and the seven is like right in the middle. Same thing with the five. Two on each side is smooth and moving. Three on each side, smooth and moving. Five, plunk, something right in the middle. Seven, plunk, something right in the middle that's blocking. So there's these blockages that are happening in their outside world. And that's why, you've been called into his life, which was prearranged. This is a divine, all our interactions with people are divine. But this is the purpose. This is what you are to do, is to really be a wonderful mirror for their worth and how they feel about themselves. Are you a priority to them? Emperor and the Chariot. Emperor is that they are focused on them. I feel like, they're looking for stability. They're looking for things. They're looking for movement. They're looking, with the Chariot card here, this is like the power of choice. Um, and the Emperor is a very much in this case, the energy I'm feeling is very tyrannical, I want to say. And this is not judgment on him at all. This is about, when you feel that way that he's feeling about himself, you're in fight or flight a lot of the time. And so you try to do everything you can to feel in control and to feel safe again. That little child inside is trying to feel safe again. And it freaks out with that five and that seven. Oh yeah, what is that? Whoop, whoop, whoop. Alarms go off. And so he goes out of his mind to feel safe again. And so they'll do things that seem selfish and unloving and not logical or intelligent, because it's like a cat that gets scared by a slim and slimy in the door. If you're holding the cat with claws, the cat doesn't go, excuse me, would you mind setting me down? I'm about to freak out. It's like it either fights or claws and runs and tries to go hide and get away to safety. That's what I feel happens here. So when you're asking about, are you a priority to them, they the priority to them is to feel safe and comfortable, and in control again, because they're feeling out of control in their life. So no one else is a priority. That becomes number one priority when everything else gets pushed out of the brain, right? So definitely not you. And then, does he watch your Facebook page? Let me see here. Yeah. So, got the Hanged Man here, which is about, I feel like they do. It's like hanging out, watching. But the reason why he's watching is because Seven of Swords, which is trying to understand what people are trying to steal from them. What these thoughts and these beliefs, these are fears that are coming in about who's trying to cheat them out of things, who the instability that he couldn't trust people before, and everyone's in that box. It's like he watches, but he's also wanting to make sure, do I see signs of anything else, that this is someone that's going to let me down like everyone else? He's looking for the indicators, right? Because there's the devil card here too, which this is the shadow card. And this is Saturn energy, which is responsible for that plunking down that thing. The shadow would be like the inner child, bringing in all these messages, bringing all these situations in to shake his cage, to rattle his cage, to wake him up. And because he's doing all that, that's why he looks at your Facebook page because of that. And you have the strength card here, which is what the inner child is trying to do, is trying to wake him up to his higher self, because the lion is the human side that's here hungering and looking outside of itself in relationships, in situations, in things for its fulfillment, to take away its hunger. But what it's hungry for is the unconditional love from above, and the only place they're going to get it is from the higher self, represented by the sun and the infinity symbol here, which is this beautiful, beautiful awakening. Because right now, with his not being aware and being veiled to the higher self, he's so hungry and so, hangry, hungry, angry, roaring in the jungle, so desperate for that love. But um, he's not going to find it out there, and he's getting so close to turn inward just out of giving up on the outside world, that it's so disappointing and unstable for him. But this is all designed, the intentions are from his shadow, from his inner child, his higher self, all that side of him, drawing him to this stage of his life. um, so as far as missing you, the Four of Cups does show this. It's the Three of Cups are the ones that are disappointing, and those are the outside world. And the Eight of Cups is about leaving behind emotions that no longer serve them. So, with everything that we're going on here, when we're talking about priority and all those things, when he is in his, when in the few moments that he's calm and out of fight or flight mode, because he's kind of going through this really rough, shaking, rattling cage that, um, when the cage stops shaking for a moment in between, like earthquakes or tremors, he calms down, it comes back. That's when the human is back, and they're like, oh, I wonder what's going on with other people and things like that. And then there's not a whole lot of emotional energy left over for anyone else. So, I really feel like this is like his emotional journey. He's leaving behind emotions that no longer serve him, and he's really being turned to that inner love. That's what the Four of Cups does. The Three Cups of the outside world become so um, unfulfilling that when we have that fourth cup offered to us, which is the chalice, it's the holy grail, it's the unconditional love from above, like he gets from his higher self. He takes one sip of that and he's like, oh my gosh, this is amazing. So that's the journey that he's on. And it's like I said, it's not about you. And I feel like, especially with getting visions and downloads, I feel like maybe if you kind of look at the dream, does that make sense? Does that align, that you are a mirror, that this is them going through all this stuff, and maybe there's somewhat of a mirror in things for you too, because everyone is, we're all mirrors for each other. So what you get to look at with this situation is what is coming up within you when you look at him, because that's his purpose, that's your intent, your higher self's intentions of having them in your life, is to mirror something to you. So that's what they have for you, Jalen. So hopefully that resonated. Many blessings to you. All right. And thank you guys so much for your patience as I do make my way down the list. And Anne, you're up. And then Jazz, you will be next. So, how do you know if you're on the right path in life? That's the great thing. We're always on the right path in life. There's no wrong path. We come here to experience, and there's a wide range. And, we knew the whole, branches that will go off on decisions that we make and things that we're going to go on. And our higher self will always nudge us in the direction of what it was wanting to experience through us, and tons of fated events. Um, Now we have low range and high range of, like, things that can happen. Like, here's the minimum that we can experience and learn in this lifetime, and then there's the maximum. And so we can kind of maybe rephrase that, because I feel like what you're wanting to know is, am I on the path that would bring me my highest experience? And that's what we'll ask, and we'll see what advice they have on how you could readjust anything to go in that direction. All right. Mm, okay. Anything else? All right. I love it. So here you are, Seven of Cups. And like we were talking about, here's all the possibilities of things that you can experience in this life. And you get to choose which ones you want. And these can be kind of some of the standard ones that we have here. But here's a wonderful one. It's like turning it all upside down. It's like these are the ones that might be just okay, but you're wanting to go for this, for the gusto. You're wanting to do this. Now, we all come down here to experience these. It's like the Three of Cups and the Three of Cups, like, duplicated, which is relationships that are rooted in conditional love, situations like jobs and education that are rooted in the fear of losing conditional love, and things like our bodies, our bank accounts, our possessions. So all those are the emotions that we come here, like we were looking at that Four of Cups. Those are the three cups that we want a taste of. We want to experience them because it's the contrast. And it's the contrast to the chalice, which is the unconditional love from above, right? With the sun. And these are all of the night of the moon. And I love that for you because you do have both divine masculine and divine feminine energies here of the pentacles. You have the Mother of Pentacles, which is the Queen of Pentacles, and the King of Pentacles. And both of these are about a search here for the Ace of Pentacles. This is what they are able to offer, because, like, the Knight of Pentacles, which is of course the card right before these ones, is the search for your worth in relation to the outside world. And so the journey that you've been on, the experiencing that you've been on, has been of the contrast, of the fear of losing the conditional love. And it's all those opinions, all those thoughts and beliefs. I call them small t truths, which are of the human experience, which are have little truth attached to them, because it's about the fear of being rejected, which, when we connect to the capital T truth of the higher realms, we know that we can never be rejected. We're unconditionally loved and accepted by the higher realms back home. We can't, but we come here to pretend. What might it feel like to get rejected? What might it feel like to be small? We realize we're so huge and enormous, powerful, supernatural, eternal spirit beings made of unconditional love, part of the cosmos, part of the creator, um, and so we come down here, and you've been experiencing the things of the opposites: chaos and conditional love and sadness and resentment, all those delicious emotions related to fear. But then we open up, and that's where you're headed towards here. And this has been your path. And I feel like what happens next is you're tired of trying to live up to all those small t truths, which is all these. They even look like little small t's, right? And the 10 is a great card, because this is, you're exhausted trying to live up to all the expectations of the outside world. You're like done. You're ready for something different, something new. because you also have the World card, which is the last card in the major arcana, and it's the ending of major cycles and the beginning of a new adventure. And this all starts with letting go of those, expectations, those thoughts, and those beliefs as you connect more to the higher realms, which are rooted in unconditional love. And your last card, which they wanted me to pull from the bottom of the deck, is the King of Wands, which is the highest card you can get in the wand suit, which is all about your drive, your ambition, your passion, and your energy, but it's also your spiritual energy. And this represents the highest spiritual energy you can connect to, which is your higher self, which connects you to the entire higher realms. So I feel like you are at this huge fork in the road where you are choosing to connect higher and higher to those things that are rooted in unconditional love, because every moment is either of unconditional love or the fear of losing the conditional love. And we have that choice at every moment. And I feel like you're like, well, I've had all that. And it's not, this is not wrong. And the unconditional love is not right. They're just different. And we came here to experience this. So it's not wrong. But when we only think that's the only choice, we feel trapped. We feel restricted. We feel stressed and anxious. But when we connect and realize there's always the second choice, then we can bounce back and forth and ebb and flow and go, "Oh, okay, that's, I wanted to feel that, but now I know I can immediately switch and feel something else when I'm done." So that you're about to step into this wonderful path in your life that's really letting a lot of those restrictions go, and you get a lot of energy back because you don't invest it in trying to live up to all those expectations, which sound like supposed to, should, need to, have to, must. Those are all expectations. When we release those and we open up to the possibilities, because when we have so many expectations, we live life in a very thin road, but there's all this out here. There's all this out here. And the more expectations we drop away, the more we see and the more opportunities that also come into our life. So I'm excited for you, Anne. This is like a huge new path for you. And I wouldn't say new, but it's a huge transitional path. Like you've been going that way and going that way and going that way. But here's where you really start this incline where you go up to the top and you're able to see from a summit that's going to be so beautiful for you. And I like it. So that's what they have for you, Anne. Many blessings. All right, Jazz, you are up. And then Sankar, you will be next after that. So, Jazz, how will your day go at the event you'll be attending today? All right, let's take a look here. Hopefully, it didn't take too long and the event is over. Let's take a look. I'm going to go to the Runic Tarot. So, let's see what we got going on here. What would you like Jazz to know about the event today? All right. I like this for you. I'm going to show you this card first because the other two look kind of scary. And I don't want you to be scared because the 10 of Cups, joy, fulfillment, overflowing, wonderful, wonderful emotions today. So I feel like it's going to go really well. And how there's this rebirth that happens. It's like you drop all the old ways of doing things. You have the Hermit card here too. So it's like you go inward and focus on you and what you're doing, what what choices you're making with what you want to feel and what you want to think about things, and you're focusing in on that. Other people's actions, other people's whatever you think you're seeing and experiencing is all through the mirror of you, and this Hermit card is telling you kind of sit in that, knowing that whatever you see unfolding, it's like, what, okay, what is this about me? It's like that person was rude. You can be like, how are my thoughts about them rude? How are my thoughts about myself rude? Okay, you know, okay, that's disappointing. Well, why is it disappointing? What am I fearing? And it's like anything that comes your way, you just immediately make it inward and not about anyone else. And that's the ending. This is this rebirth that happens. It's like you're walking through a new door in a completely new way, having your power within you, and that the outside things don't mean anything about you. And then you have this, beautiful feeling of celebration and overflowingness emotionally as you go through this event, because you're just not worrying about what anyone else says, does, or is, or whatever unfolds. You're having this beautiful inner experience while attending this event, is what I feel. So I like that for you, because I feel like this, you've been doing a lot of your inner work, and I feel like this is a wonderful opportunity that you put it into practice and you get to feel the benefits of it right away as you're going through it. So I like it, Jazz. That's what they have for you. So many blessings. All right, Sankar, you are up. Hey, Dune. All right, and then Pooja Gupta, you'll be next, and then Dune, you'll be after them. So thank you so much, guys, for being here. Really appreciate all the love, all the energy. All right, so let's take a look here. Dipshika Sankar, how or will your brother board on a ship for a job in 2022? All right, let's take a look here. uh I think so. One card came out and all these other cards flipped up, but this one flew off by itself. 10 of Pentacles, abundance, wholeness on a ship. So, yes, is what I'm getting from that. So, fast and easy, we like those sometimes, right? So, that's what they have for you. So it will happen before the end of the year. I feel though they will board on a ship, and it's going to be successful. So I like it. Too funny. All right. Well, that's what they have. So many blessings to you. All right, Pooja Gupta. What's Naman? Sorry if I'm mispronouncing that. Thinking and feeling right now about you. All right. So let's take a look here. What would you like? Okay. All right. Anything else? Let's take a look here. Okay. Thank you. What is that about? Okay. I get it. So, the first card that came up is the Six of Cups. This is the nostalgia. This is the memory. It's like looking over the past. And so, um, they are reflecting on your relationship, your interactions in the past. So, there is that emotional connection that's there. But there's also this death and this rebirth, this ending and this new beginning. The 10 of Pentacles in this, which I just shuffled in and it came flying out again. This represents for you, though, with the because it came out with this card with the death and rebirth. 10 is an ending in the outside world and a new beginning. So I feel like they're going through something in the outside world, or this is like represents the ending of your guys' relationship. I I feel like um there's an ending of how they look at the relationship, and is it ending or is it going into a higher place? That's what I want to know. Is the old way of your relationship is ending? So he's like doing this reflection on what you have had together, but there's this ending and new beginning energy that's within all of this too. So let's take a look here. Well, he is doing a lot of reflection because the high priestess here, high priestess, she withdraws and she goes into her high temple to do the inner work, to look beyond the veil, to dive into the unconscious, to connect to the heavens, right? So it's very much pulling away and doing a lot of reflection, which makes sense with these other cards. And the King of Wands, too, is about, this represents our higher self. In some readings, and I feel like with the high priestess, since they came out together, This is about connecting within themselves, finding their power, finding what they want, where they want to point their energy, where they want to invest their energy. And the Nine of Cups is here, which the Nine of Cups is wish fulfillment card. So I feel like what they've, because I asked for clarification on what the High Priestess was looking into, and the Nine of Cups came out, which is they're looking to find out what is their wish for their life, what do they feel will bring them fulfillment and things like that. So I kind of feel like what they're feeling about you right now. I don't know if you guys were together and are not now, or if he's at this point, he's not. It's like a fork in the road. It's like um, he wants to make sure what choices he's going to make going forward are what he really wants. And I feel like that's where you guys are. Either if you guys were together and you're not, then he's still looking at what is the wish fulfillment, what do I really want, or if you're in a relationship and he's ready to go to the next level or not, he needs to know. He's like, I either need to go to the next level and move forward towards more commitment, marriage or whatever, right? Or I need to go and end the relationship because I can't, continue to lead people on if that's not what I really want. And he's kind of like in this huge decision point with this, I feel. So definitely has emotions for you though. I mean, because he's, one of the things that he contemplating here is also about family and, things like that. But I feel like he's really deciding what the next step is going to be because it's at this ending a new beginning. It's either an ending in upward or an ending in outward. So that's what I feel is going on right now there. So hopefully that resonates for you, Pooja. So many blessings for you. All right, Dune, you are up next. And then Manisha, you will be up after that. So let's take a look here. So a general reading for Dune, and I feel like I am being drawn first to the Oracle of E, and we'll pull a card from there. All right. Okay. It came flying out here. And here it is. I got your back. Card number 24. I like it. These are pretty funny sometimes. Actually, most of them are. Says, you can spit in the face of fear, flip off those who bar the door, shake your fist to anyone who dare say no, because you, sweet thing, are divinely protected by the Dude Most High, always and forever. Amen. I like it. So they are definitely telling you that you are protected. You don't need to fear. Boldly move forward. Uh, and I like that you're not alone, that spirit has your back. So that's a great message, right? Let's see what else they'd like you to know here for that general reading. All right, so it's these right here. So the first card that popped out is the Eight of Wands, which represents fire and energy and movement, but also represent messages from spirit. So I love that you got a message about, spirit's got your back, and that they want to talk with you. If you so choose, now is a perfect time. It's like the veil is extra thin for you, that if you purposely raise your vibration out of the chaos and the fear of this world and take moments away from everything, just to take a deep breath and get away from all that, the storm, and move into the eye of the storm, raise your vibration to that of unconditional love and joy and laughter and peace, you can hear clear message from them. And they're going to have stuff all over the place for you. You're going to get like things in the outside world, like a bumper sticker saying something, or license plate, or song on the radio, or something that you see in the outside world, or a rogue junk email with a subject line that catches your eye that means something, that type of thing. You're also going to get thoughts just dropped into your head or old memories that they just tap to have you remember them if it's someone that's passed, gone to the other side, or just information and guidance that's just dropped in. Also, of your heart, things that are just emotions that are dropped in your heart that take time for your mind to get the message around it, but you feel like this emotion that comes in. All this wonderful things from the spirit realm for you right now, which I really, really like. Because you also have the Six of Wands. So more fire energy, more movement. And the Six of Wands is this message about recognition. And I feel, especially with spirit coming through saying, hey, we got your back, we see you, we're around you, we support you. It's also them saying they're proud of you and they recognize all the stuff that you've done, all the steps that you've taken, all the things that you've overcome and went through. I mean, just you coming down here to be a human, they're like, we're impressed by anyone that wants to come down here and experience this smallness compared to who we really are, to be veiled from our power and pretend like we're these little small characters is huge. And so they are letting you know that you are recognized, you are seen, and again, they are proud of where you're at. And then you have the Four of Pentacles. And the Four of Pentacles is a great card. It's all about stability in the outside world. And where this comes in, like Three of the Pentacles are the things in the outside, like relationships, situations, and things that we're taught to define our worth by, right? That we are these that those things mean something about our worth. Self-worth comes from in here, but retail price is what we're told to look out here for. This is what you're worth to other people. That's what's important. That's your worth. But we know that people are unstable. Relationships are unstable. Well, people are unstable too, right? Humans are. So, but relationships, people change or people pass away. So when we define ourselves by that, we feel unstable. Situations never stay the same, like jobs, education, social status, situations we can get into, right? So when we define our worth by that, we feel unstable. And also things, our body, our bank accounts, our possessions, those things break down, deteriorate, explode, catch on fire, are stolen. So we eventually become tired of feeling unstable in the outside world till we turn inward and upward. And that's what spirit is all nudging and saying, come to us for your self-worth. Go inward and upward, and you'll find something stable, something that's eternal, never ending. That's pretty stable. Unconditional, not even one condition. That's all it takes to be conditional is one condition. There's unconditional love, the divine love that they have for us, right? And so when you allow that to become your foundation, then that's where this huge stability comes in for you. So I love this reading for you because it is, you're being drawn into this deeper relationship and into a trusting relationship with the spirit world. So I love it for you, Doom. So that's what they have for you right now. So many blessings for you. All right, got to take another drink here. Let's see. That's all gone. Let me move to my backup. I know. All right. So, Manisha, you are up next. And then let's take a look here. Hey, Shrawani. Oh, thank you. And we already answered to Peakshan. Jay you are a Pisces. That's awesome. I have like 5 planets or, you know, spheres in Pisces in my chart. So I love, and my mom's a Pisces sun. So Pisces, oh, well, we have all signs within us, of course, but yeah, that's the soup. I have a big Pisces taste in the soup that I am. All right, so Vani, you will be next after that. Sorry, I'm back on track, everyone. Thanks for all of you that have given a thumbs up on the video so far. I really appreciate it. It helps out the channel so much. It helps spread the Zen love. So thank you guys so much for being a part of that. So, what are Mohit's intentions towards you? And let me just take a look here. All right, there we go. So let's take a look. We're going to use these tarot and we'll see what they are. And then Vani Mohan. Sorry if I'm mispronouncing that. You'll be up next. And then Nagina Naz. You will be up after that. All right. So Manisha, Mohit's intentions towards you. Okay, that one. All right. So let's see here. All right. Wow. So we got the 9 of cups, which is wish fulfillment, emotional wish fulfillment. We got the 9 of pentacles, which is about external fulfillment. And then there's the joy and celebration card here. So it feels like they feel like you are uh, part of making their life feel complete and full, and that they feel that you will bring them joy, which is all about the nines are about their inner journey too. So that's what their intentions are. That's their humans intentions. This human character called Mohit, their human intentions towards this human character called Manisha. Now there's always something else going on underneath all of that, which is all of the divine realm and our higher selves of your divine interaction. But that right now, that's what the intentions of their heart is towards you. So wonderful wonderfulness. It's like, okay, but let it unfold, let the patience come through. But that's what um, is in their intentions right now. So you will see what unfolds between you two as far as what mirrors you are to be to one another, and what the divine uh, appointment that you guys made with each other is to teach you about your lives and what you want to experience here. So that's the exciting journey, is like the unknown that's coming. So that's what they have for you, Manisha. So I like it. I like it. Many blessings to you. All right. So Vani, you are up next. Oops. All right. Very good. Right. And Prachi, I do go in order, so you don't have to put it several times. I will get down there. So appreciate it if you don't post that more. I understand you want to make sure you are seen there, and we will hopefully get that far. But yeah, just all you anyone all it has to do is just post your question once. I do go in order, and so we'll get there hopefully. All right. So Vani, what good news is coming for you in this month? So let's take a look here. So for November, what good news is coming for you this month? All right. All right. So I do like this for you because you do have the King of Wands coming in, which really shows that this month you really recognize your power, and where you invest it and how it unfolds is what you get to encounter. So you really, I feel like you're taking your power back this month, where you are looking at what do you want, what do you want to do, where do you want to invest your energy, and you're taking that. You have the 7 of Wands here, which I know looks kind of weird, but the 7 of Wands is about feeling like there's people that won't appreciate that you're taking your power, and that you are um, focusing on you, and it's like you invest so much energy in the outside world that now you're like bringing this energy back into yourself. And some people are like, "Why are you not giving me your energy? I want it." But it's an important month for you to focus on your inner journey, because you do have the 9, the Hermit card, which is about you going inward and identifying your light with that ace. This is like your higher self, which the King of Wands also represents your higher self. So it's this turning inward, and focusing on you during this month. And then there are people that aren't going to like it because they feel already lower than you. And then when you're like choosing yourself to give yourself some much needed self nurturing, it makes them feel like they've got lower. And so they want to try to bring you back down and be miserable with them. And if you try not to take their actions personally, because it's because they feel low about themselves. And so as you raise yourself higher in self nurture, you are going to fill up with your energy instead of feeling exhausted, kind of sacrificing yourself for everyone else first. You're going to feel this wonderful overflow, and they will get the overflow. And so it'll still trickle down. But if you don't focus on yourself, it's like spirit is showing all the energy levels are depleting, and wherever they're plugged in, that level's going to drop, or you're not going to have enough to give to anyone. So it's like you plug off all the little pipelines people have plugged into you. Instead of you being a barrel of source from people, you become a chalice where people can't plug in, and you get to fill up and overflow. And the biggest gift you can give the world is a healthy, full you, which the 4 of Cups here is about emotional stability. I even like how they're showing here that you have this wonderful bubble. Everyone else is out here, and you are having this self love and this self nurturing going on in here. So I feel like for November, that's good news. It's like you're given permission to focus your energy on yourself, focus on your path and your nurturing and your energy, knowing that you get to fill up and feel good and whole and full and energized, and not starved, because you're going to give you yourself everything you need, because you know yourself better than anyone else. So you are the one that can give you what you are needing for you. So I like it. So that's what they have for you, Vani. Many blessings for you. All right, Nahina Naz, you are up. And then Vrinda, hey, welcome back. And you will be after that. So Nahina, current feeling of Abir for you in his next action. You are a Virgo and he is a Cancer. Okay. So let's take a look here. So what are Abir's current feelings first? Okay. And then this is action. All right. Let's see here. Wow. So we got the 9 of Cups. So, and I shuffled these. This just came up a couple readings ago, but this is about emotional wish fulfillment. So the current feelings for him is there is this emotional connection in this, looking at you as that it's someone that can bring him, this emotional fullness in there. Next actions. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh, it's good news. Lover's card. So next action, it feels like he's going to want to bring things to another level. 8 of Wands here is about fast movement. It's fiery. It's passion. And so I feel like there's a lot of fire coming in here in the next actions. So I do feel like it's wanting to take things to another level as far as a romance. So that's a pretty clear reading there. 9 of Cups is intentions, and lovers, and 8 of Wands is the next action. Look out. Don't burn up with all that fire. But that's what they have for you, Nahina. So many blessings for you. Short and sweet. You're like, hey, I'll take that. All right. So Vrinda, you are up next, and then Ruby, you will be up after that. So, would you have saved Jai if you shifted to another hospital, went for alternative treatment? Let's take a look here. Actually, I want to move over here to the runic tarot. All right, so let's take a look here. Would it have saved or changed the timeline at all? Whoa. All right. They are making cards fly all over the place. Okay. So they are saying that no, it would not have, because the 7 of Pentacles is about their own thoughts and their own beliefs. They needed to understand what of their own thoughts and beliefs were stealing away their joy and all that. It was all on the inside. And the 8, you have both of these swords. The 8 of Swords right after it is them realizing what thoughts and beliefs and mindsets were creating, the feelings and the emotions, and stealing their joy and feeling like, stealing their life away from them. And so they are telling you that, it was within their hands. Here they are with their own wand. Whatever they were focusing on was growing. And so, um, there's little that we can do in, someone's life. To We can't change people's minds, and that's what they're saying about this. Like, you can't change my mind. I'm the only one that can change my mind. And um, you know, different treatments, different things. They would just give me different drugs, but it would still all be going on inside me. And and I feel like they were saying, like, they were taking their power into their hands in this situation, and that the only thing that you could do for them is what you did, which this is you up here. Let me see here. See the sun up there? Was to shine bright in their life, to give them the love, because that's the only thing that kept them going. Because here you are. Here is the sun card. So they're like, this is what you looked like to them. This is what you were bringing them. You were, this wonderful, wonderful source of light and brightness in their life. And that's all that you could do, and you did everything that you could do for them. But in the end, they're saying, I rule over my life and my outside world. I took command of my life, and I was ready, that this was the designed time for things to happen. And yeah. Yeah. Yeah, because he was like, now it's time for you to take your power of your life into your hands. You know, try to have a rebirth, try to nurture yourself. This is Mother Nature, Mother Nurture, new birth, harvest. Ace of Wands is taking, look for your passion in your life, for what you want to do in your life. Because they do have the Two of Cups here, which is like they're saying, live and love and enjoy this life. Don't, you know, put this out of the picture. Allow this to come into your life, because they want that for you and they are with you. And so they are telling you, you know, it's okay to mourn. It's okay to feel and flow through the loss, but set a date of when it's over. They're reminding me of a funeral that I attended for one of our workmates. Really, a really wonderful person that they got in a motorcycle accident, and um, two of his closest friends were there, and I, of course, I channel people from the other side, and I went over to him because he was like nudging me. He wanted me to go over to them, and I asked how they were doing, and of course, they've got tears in their eyes. They're just really missing and mourning, and I go, he would be happy, that you mourned over him and that it mattered, that he mattered in your life, but he was like, "But more than 2 days, he would slap you if you continued." That's was, like, their relationship, and they just laughed because they're like, "Oh my god, that is so him that he would say that." And that's what I feel like with Jai too. It's like, he's like, "I love you, I appreciate you, I'm always gonna be by your side until we all join each other again on the other side." But set amount of time, I am fine. I am as bright as the sun now. I am in a wonderful place. I'm shining bright. I'm smiling. I'm doing great. I'm by your side all the time. And so let guilt go. Don't let this hold you back from enjoying this, because I'm with you. I don't want to just, be around you and you're not enjoying your life. I want to see you enjoying your life because I get to enjoy it along with you. So, it's like, come on, let's go, let's go. But he's like, allow your time, but set a date of like, okay, on this day, no more. I'm going to live, because that's their wish for you. So that's what they have for you, Brenda. So many blessings. All right, Ruby, you are up next. Love and light, Deb. Hey, Chaitra. You'll be next up after that. So, all right. So, will you get your visa soon for your January intake? Well, let's take a look here. So, what do you want us to know about this visa? Visa. Hmm. All right. We have the Justice card coming in here, which is about balancing things out and really letting expectations go. Trying not to focus too much on the fears of things not unfolding, because you have the two of wands, which is focus on what you do want and what you're grateful for, not focusing on what you're fearing or what is lacking. So it's like, it's not here yet, it's not here yet, it's not here yet, sends out this energy of, I don't want it to be here yet, I don't want it to be here yet, I don't want it to be here yet, instead of going, thank you that my visa is coming very soon. Thank you that my visa is coming very soon, and have this gratitude knowing that it's going to come in the perfect timing, and focus on what you're grateful for in your life in other areas, and what you want to have in your life. And so I've with this change of energy, I really like that. Now, just know that anything that's removed out of your life is happening on purpose for you, to open up something to happen and to come into your life that's in alignment with your path and with where you're wanting to go. So, if there is any delay, if there's anything that gets changed, just know it's for you, and that it's in alignment with where you're headed. You do have the Six of Pentacles, which is about equal giving and receiving, and flow too. If you think of like a six as three pentacles on either side, there's this flow in the outside world. So I feel like things are flowing, but any blockages to that are being removed for you to go on. So if anything comes up, just realize, okay, this is happening for me. Let me just take this thing. I almost feel like if there's a little glitch in something, that when you go get it to get taken care of, because it was like their fault, or if anything happens, they like, oh, our bad, we're going to expedite this for you, and then you get it even faster than you normally would. So it's that kind of thing. If there's anything that's happening, it's happening for you, and it's going to help you. But I definitely feel like you are going to get it before of course, the January intake, but uh, just focus your energy on gratitude, and that changes the energy. So that helps remove the block of things, is not focusing on what's not there or fears around what happens if, what if, what if, what if. Just focus on gratitude. Anytime the fear rises up, focus on gratitude and trusting the higher source that everything's unfolding. So I like it for you, Ruby. So many blessings. And I know we're all taught, I got to worry about things until it arrives. It's like, this is our journey to trust and go, I trust you. I do. I do. I do. I trust you. All right. Many blessings to you. All right. So Chaitra, you are up. And then Amasholanki, you will be up next after that. So you wrote your CA exam. Will you pass? All right, let's take a look and see what Spirit would like you to know. All right, it looks good. You've got the Queen of Pentacles, which is all about abundance in the outside world. You got the Joy and Celebration card. So great cards there. And Page of Wands, too, which is about, energy, excitement, passion, heightened passion coming in, and heightened energy. So, with all three of these cards together, that's all about um, positive. They're all three positive cards. So, that would be a yes for you on that one, Chaithra. So, congratulations. I love it. All right. So let's take a look here. Amish Solanki. I'm probably really mispronouncing that, so my apologies. So you want to know what does your future husband look like? Okay, let's take a look here and see if what they are willing to let you know about that. All right. All right. Wow. So you've got three cups from the cup suit, and you got the 9 and the 10. It's wish fulfillment and overflowing emotions. And then you also have the Knight of Cups, knight in shining armor, right? So this beautiful, um, abundant feeling. So maybe they are a water sign, but they're very in tune emotionally, which is great. And they have this just it's like your wish fulfillment, and so it's like picture in your mind of, like, what this person would look like your dream person is almost like what they're saying is what it would be. Now, they are telling you to also be aware of the conflict of your expectations inside, because the swords here are your thoughts, your beliefs, your mindsets, your attitudes. And I feel like they're saying that it's important for you to adjust your um, idea, your wish of what someone is supposed to look like, and like try to put away those expectations that were given to you, the supposed to, the should, the need to, the have to from the past, and look into your heart and go, what would I want them to really look like? Not what people would like them to look like, or people have told you they're supposed to look like, or what you saw in movies or whatever. It's like, really, in my heart, when I would wake up in the morning, who would I want to see? And that's what they're saying they will look like. But it's important to get this out of your head of, like, oh, the little crushes we had on when we were younger, of like how someone would look like. We're like, oh, I'm attracted to that. And it's like, yeah, but that's not necessarily what I want to wake up to every day. That's nice to fantasize about, but what do you really want to wake up to? You know, because if sometimes it's going to be like that movie star, you're always going to be worried about if they're cheating on you or not, because they're so gorgeous, right? That everyone is after them, and you're like, oh my gosh, how long is it going to be before they give in? So sometimes it's like, I don't need them to be that, but what do I want them to look like? That's what they're telling you. So I like that. All right. Taking a quick drink here. All right. So Manzu, you are up. Hey SDA, you probably already have come and gone, but hey. And then Harsh Metin, you will be up after this one. So Manzu, thank you for subscribing and being a new subscriber. Yeah, and thank you guys so much. I can't believe I just haven't thanked you guys today for all the new subscribers and all my continued subscribers. I think I hit 950 last night, and so I'm only 50 people away from reaching the 1,000, where I'll be giving away 10 1-hour personal readings. So tell your friends, tell 10, because when we hit that, I'm excited. I can't wait to give away those readings myself. So I love it. All right. So November reading for you, Manzu. All right. Anything else? Let's see what we got here. Oh, wow. All right. I like it. Anything else? I feel like there's one more. Okay. Okay. So not only do you have the magician card coming in here, which is very powerful, it's you stepping forward and really putting energy and making things happen. You also have the ace of swords. So two ones that are coming in here. So you have this great beginning. And actually, you've got three ones that are coming in here. I'll talk about that in a sec, though. But so wonderful. I mean, this month has some great new beginnings happening, but it's because you are putting your energy and you're focusing going forward. You're not waiting around. You're not waiting for things to come to you. You're like, all right, I'm ready. I'm ready. I have this energy. I'm going to do things, going to make things happen. And so you have these new ideas, you have these new communications that come in. As you change your energy from one of waiting to one of action, as soon as you take a step forward, just things starting to happen. You get new ideas, like I said, new communication coming in, new ways of looking at your life, cutting away old expectations, things that no longer serve you. These thoughts and beliefs, these no longer serve me. They not doing me any good anymore. I'm getting rid of those and I'm opening up to new ideas, new ways of doing things, new expectations, new knowledge, right? So I feel like you're moving, 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 which does bring in these new opportunities in the outside world. That's the Ace of Pentacles. And you have the Six of Pentacles, which is all about you have this abundance that will come into your life, which allows you have enough for you and you even have enough to give away to others. So I really like this month for you. You do have the Hermit, which is about you doing this on your own, about you stepping into your power, you moving inward, not depending on anyone else to give you ideas, to fund you or whatever it might be. You are the one that's finding these answers and this opportunities and this energy from within you, and you are making it happen. So this is a month of you, and I feel like like especially when they're focusing in on that uh, your energy, like you might have been waiting around for people to, hey, no, I'll get you a job at this place, or oh no, I'll do this for you, I'll do that for you. And it's like, no, everyone's taking their good old time and things are not going, fast. You're like, all right, I'm done. I'm going to take action. I'm making stuff happen. And you do. So I love it for you. So that's what they have. I like it. Many blessings to you. All right. So Harsh Metin, let me scroll down to the bottom one there. Liliana, don't spam. Too funny. You're too funny. All right. So after Harsh Metin, share market full knowledge, you will be after that. So, Harsh Metin, what is coming for you into summer? Let's take a look here. Actually, I'm going to switch up cards. I'm going to go to the Wild Unknown Tarot. All right. So what's happening in December? All right. What else? Let's see what we got here. So December. All right. So you do have the Empress card, which is all about new birth, new beginning. Definitely new things happening in December for you, because you also have the Hierophant, which number 5 is about change, and both of these are major arcana. So you've got like significant new beginning and change that's coming up for you, but you hold the key. The This can represent like a change in commitment as well, which can be job or relationship, contracts of some sort. So there is this change, this opportunities that are coming up in December for you. And you have both the Mother of Cups, which would be the Queen of Cups, and the Page, or the Son of Cups would be the Knight of Cups in the Standard Tarot. So you do have this emotional change that's coming here. You're in search of higher love, you're in search of higher fulfillment, emotional fulfillment in your life, and you do get it. The Mother of Cups does tell you, though, to trust your gut and trust your intuition as you go into these new opportunities and these new things coming in. The Hierophant tells you too to be aware, especially with the Mother of Cups, which is like the High Priestess a bit too. It's like, read everything you sign, be aware of what you're getting yourself into. So just be aware, so that there's just no surprises. So they're like, before you sign stuff, really read over it and look at the fine print and go, okay, I'm okay with that. Or like, oh, that I didn't realize that part, but I'm okay with that. Or you question it and they change it. So I really like that carefulness there, because you also have the 2 of Pentacles, and I love the butterfly because I feel like with this new birth, you have been in your cocoon for a while, waiting for something to come to fruition, and now it is. And this is this wonderful ebb and flow and this balance of the outside world that's coming in as well. So it's take it easy, have patience in December as it unfolds, but just balance, breathe, go with the flow, go with the ebb and the flow. But you definitely have some new birth and some wonderful things that are coming your way with that. So I like it. All right. So let's keep moving down the list here. And share market, full knowledge. You will be up now. And then Daisy, you will be up after that. So share market. What message does your husband Rajit have for your daughter Ayana? All right, let's take a look here. Whoa. Hmm. What else? Okay. Just a couple more here. Okay. All right. So I love that the Emperor and the Empress came through here. So these are, of course, counterparts of, the divine masculine and divine feminine here. So this, of course, is a message for you that you are never alone, that you will always be um, bonded together. So I like that. Then for your daughter, they say temperance, balance, just be patient as things unfold, that you have the power. Because here's the Son of Wands, which is be the Knight of Wands in the Standard Tarot, which is about you have, this, uh, like your daughter's in search of their power, and this block that they feel they have in their life that, if you look at it this way, there's like this wall here, and she's trying to get through this wall and trying to move beyond, and it's in within her power because this is her energy, and all she has to do is take, the knight is in search of this ace of wands, which is one of the, like, one of these wands that's here. She just needs to grab hold of it, realize her power, and that she's the one that can move it and step through it, because there will be this gap that she can step through these blocks that she's having. Um, and she wants him to know, here's the Father of Wands. So that's why they wanted me to choose this deck, because it definitely has here. I'm your father. I will always be with you. You're never alone. I'm standing behind you. And I love that. And um, and I like this too. So the Eight of Wands that comes in here, all this wands energy, all this fiery energy. Yeah, she's got like six wands cards. So there's a lot of energy, a lot of fire. If she's a fire sign, even more so. But the Eight of Wands is about, there is change coming, there is movement coming, and that they always leave messages for him all over the place. The Eight of Wands does represent like messages from spirit, and it'll be in the physical world, it'll be in, um, like in the mind, like they'll tap a memory out of the blue. They will also bring like bumper stickers, songs on radios, weird junk emails. There'll be messages and stuff. So have her really pay attention to the outside world, and aware of emotions that come over her or thoughts that go into the head. It all is from them. And so they can trust that. Um, They also want her to know with the Ace of Wands that uh, there is knowledge, she has the ability, and that there is a ton of new communication that comes her way. Again, both of these together, I mean, all three of these came out together, so it's the father, communication, and communication, that they are always communicating. And especially that Ace of Wands, when if like you are not thinking about them, if she's not thinking about them or you're not thinking about them, and all of a sudden this memory activates, it's them wanting you to know that they are with you and they'll never not be by your sides, and that they can be with all of their loved ones all at the same time. And that's the power we have as powerful spiritual beings, that they're always with all of their loved ones all at the same time, because that's the capacity to do so. Now they do want her to know too that this change that she's looking at making, coming up in the near future, that they are supportive of it. It's okay to change direction, to change, um, I don't want to say promises, but it's like if you promise something like, I promise I will do this, and or I'll do that, and blah 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 blah, and now things are changing in life, and it's like from a different, now that there's new information, new things, that it's okay. It's okay to change direction, and it is supported. And then, that there's nothing that you can do to ever disappoint me. Uh, he loves her so much, loves you so much, and um, just know that everything will unfold beautifully, and perfectly. So I like it. That's what they have for you. So many blessings. All right. So, Daisy, will you meet a new love interest in the next 3 months? Let's take a look here. All right. Well, we've got the judgment card that comes in first, which shows me double endings, double new beginnings with those two X's there. I feel like you're being called into this higher place with your spiritual, from your higher self right now. And because you have the Ace of Swords coming in, and they really want you to kind of focus on the capital T truths that are rooted in unconditional love, which is what, your higher self draws you up into. And it also allows you to cut away, excuse me, the thoughts and the beliefs and the mindsets that no longer serve you either. So I feel like they're like giving you, like, for to have something happen in the next 3 months. It's about opening up those expectations, and because there's so many things that have been fed to you about who you're supposed to be in a relationship, who someone else is supposed to be, yeah, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, that it's difficult to find someone to fit into that and for you to fit into that. So they're having you open this up for more possibilities, because you do have the Six of Wands. Six of Wands is victory. It is, but I love the butterfly being there because it's like there's this transition that's coming in for you, because you also have the Son of Wands, which is the Knight of Wands. It's you stepping into your power and making things happen. There is this flow, this fire that comes in, but I feel like it's needing to let go of some of these expectations, because you also have the Seven of Pentacles, which they're saying patience. What's the last thing that grows on a fruit tree? The fruit. So there is this, yes, but it's going to take some time, but the more you open up, the faster it comes. But the Seven of Pentacles is also about a change of direction. Like, you when you see the fruit start to grow on a fruit tree, you're like, nah, that's not really what I want anymore. I'm not interested in that. It's not exciting for me. This is what I want. I feel like with these release of these expectations from the past, of what you've been told something's supposed to be, needs to be, should be, has to be, that is what is changing here, and that's what opens up the possibilities that you do find a love interest in the next 3 months. Because without it, you're going to find a love interest, and it's going to be because you did what you always did, you get what you always got, and that's that. Hmm. Yeah, kind of ready for something different. And so to have something new, got to do things different. And that's what they have for you. So that's what the message is, Daisy. So many blessings for you. All right. Let's take a look here. So Arun Ramaswamy, welcome, welcome. And you say, will your father have a healthy life after he turns 80 in December? Wow, my dad turns 80 in November. That is funny. But we'll keep it, and I'm not thinking about my dad, we're asking about yours. I'm not gonna let my energy slip in. Don't worry. So let's take a look here. What does Spirit want you to know about your father after he turns 80? Okay. Anything else? That one? All right. Okay, not all those. Anything else besides these three? No, that's it. Well, they're telling you, have peace of mind, oh son. Get the Son of Swords. So Son of Swords is Knight of Swords, but they're like, have peace of mind. And the Son of Swords, the Knight of Swords, is about just kind of letting go of expectations and enjoy and love them, is what they're saying. You have the Ace of Cups here. So I feel like, they're because they're telling you to put your mind at ease, to just let all the expectations go, let all that fear go, connect more from this place of unconditional love, and just love, 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 love is what I hear them saying. So, which is good. I mean, it's like let me see if they'll give us anything else. Like, let me ask, like, for the year after they turn 80, how will their health be? What would you like them to know? Yeah, they have a stable the pentacles is the outside world and that's stability there, and then you have the star card which is wish fulfillment and hope. So it seems bright for the year after they're 80. And of course, when it comes to pulling cards in tarot, we never replace medical advice or any professional, you know, things with that. That always consult a licensed professional, medical professional regarding health. We have to put that in here in the United States because we have to let people make sure people know uh, it's not authorized by our, FDA, and all of that. So that's my disclaimer. Also, in my description box of the video, we have to do that. But so it seems like it's going to be a good year, and just focus on love, 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 love. So I like that. Yeah, an Ace of Wands. So that is energy, drive, ambition, passion. So that's very vibrant and lively. So I feel like that they um, for at least the year afterwards, it feels bright and hopeful with all of those cards. So many blessings for you. All right, Shrawani Nagosi, you are up next. It says, what does Spirit want to tell you about your love life? Should you move on from Sahil? You're not in contact. Is there any good thing ever happened in this relationship? Okay, let's take a look here and see what Spirit wants you to know about this relationship with Sahil. Okay, anything else? Wow. Well, okay. So you got a lot of cards here that are all about seeing things from a higher perspective. Not only do you have the mother and the father of swords, which these are about seeing things from the capital T truth, seeing things from a higher perspective, new communication, um, and higher communication, and looking at like your expectations differently around it. Because you also have the judgment and the hanged man. And the judgment card is about your higher self calling you to see things from a higher place, double endings and double new beginnings, too. And all these three cards, the hanged man is not only looking at things from a higher perspective, it's like a cocoon. It's been patience, it's been taking forever, right? And you also have the Knight of Pentacles, which is the Son of Pentacles, which is the slowest moving knight out of them all, which has been like, it's like, usually it means patience. In this case, I feel like it's been overly patient because you also have the Seven of Pentacles, which is also another patience card where it's like, um, it takes time for things to grow. It takes time for the little seedling to get the roots, to create the trunk, to create the branches, to create the blossoms, and then the fruit grows. And you're like, I'm going to be dead by the time this fruit tree grows fruit. And so, what I really feel from all this is that it is time. You've invested way more time than you even needed to. But you did your due diligence and waiting and being patient, but it's done. It's yeah, the fruit tree is like a fruit tree that you're waiting for the fruit. They're reminding me of my brother, he planted an apple tree. It's like 5 years. That apple tree was supposed to have, created apples after the second year. And it's like, it's been a lot longer. And it's like, well, I don't want to cut it down, but I'm not going to depend on it to bring bear fruit. And that's what I feel is happening. It's like, no, it's time for you. You can move on to a more fruitful tree because this one's not going to bear fruit for you. So, freedom, you are released. So, many blessings to you. All right. And Prashi Mishra, let me see. Let me just get down to Okay, so Arun, you asked that one again, that one again. All right. So I think we're down to here. Okay, yeah, there we go. So Prashi, you want to know, do they have true love feelings for you, and is he loyal and not in a relationship? Okay, let's take a look here and see what they have, what they want you to know here. Does Kashal Srivastava. Let me just get clarity on one thing real quick here. No, okay. You know, I didn't get any cups here. I got the moon card, but that's about hidden. And so I don't feel like there is like this true love feeling there. And I'm sorry to say that, but I know you want the truth. And um I, I don't feel like there's disloyalty here, but I just feel like there's this block. You know, there's, well, maybe there is some disloyalty, but this Nine of Wands here is about the block of the energy, right? And this is about commitment. And I feel like there's this block to committing here. So there's this energetic block. And I feel like, and when you asked about loyalty, and I was like, I don't think there's anything hidden, but the moon is all about that there's hidden things below the surface. There's hidden things below, you know, this emotion. There's um, some unknowns that are going on there. And you know, with the Six of Wands that's coming up here, the Six of Wands is about recognition, and it's about what is being seen. And I kind of feel like this has something to do with it, that they like being seen, they like attention from a lot of people. And it may not necessarily be a relationship, but I feel like they're really consumed about, you know, think of a beautiful butterfly that wants to flutter around and doesn't want to be caged. It wants everyone to go, ooh, ah. And that's what I feel with all that. I don't know why, but that's there. Because the Three of Wands is here, which is about a change of direction that's coming. And it's like with new information, there's this switching of, like, you were intending to go this direction, but with new information that's forthcoming, you're going to alter it and you're going to go a different direction anyway. So I feel like something is going to be taken care of here um, right now. Yeah. Because there's this Five of Swords, which is the conflict of expectations and thoughts and beliefs. So I feel like there's about to be this communication that brings up conflict here in the near future between you guys. So I feel like there's this unknown with that moon card. That's really what's jumping out to me very strongly, that there's some unseen things that are happening, but they do like to be seen. They like to, you know, be out there. And I feel like that's, like you're saying, true love feeling. I don't see it in the cards at all there. So I feel like it's time um, for you to move into something that is more in alignment with what you're wanting here. Because you even got the Eight of Pentacles here, which is the spider web, which is about you wanting, like, you're ready to move up in the outside world. You're ready to have a commitment, but I don't feel like you'll have it with that one. So I know I feel like you already knew all this. You just needed validation for it. And so I would do the Three of Wands and follow your heart, follow what direction you want to head off into instead. So that's what they have for you, Prashi Mishra. All right, Mashana Inglis. You want to know what today is going to be like for you? I'm going to switch over here to the Runic Tarot. And thank you guys so much for all the thumbs up that you've given me on the video here. I really, really appreciate all the support. It's a little thing, I know it seems like, but it impacts the YouTube algorithm to want to send the videos out to other people as well. So thank you guys so much who have given the video a thumbs up. Very, very appreciative of it. All right, Mashena, let's take a look here. I probably mispronounced that. My apologies. What is today going to be like for you? All right. Wow. This is going to be a fun day for you. There's some newness coming in here. You've got the Page of Cups, which is heightened emotions. You also have the Page of Sword, which is new communication, new ideas, new thoughts, new ways of looking at things too. So I love that this is coming in here because you also have the Two of Swords, which means that you have like a decision to make today. And Spirit is saying to close your eyes and see clearly that you don't be in your mind so much. Also, trust your heart. Don't make decisions strictly out of that, because that's where the new communication you've got the sword and the cups, both pages of those. And the Two of Swords is about you making a decision. So it's like, okay, I'm going to decide, but I'm going to bring in the mind, but I'm also going to bring in the heart, because you have the Queen of Wands that's coming in here for you. And the Queen of Wands has this Ace of Wands here, which is you standing in your power, you connecting. The Queen of Wands has a wonderful connection to her intuition and her gut, which of course reiterates about trust in your intuition, trust in your gut, trust in your heart. But she also gets stuff done. She has fire, she has movement. And so I feel like this is you standing into your power of moving forward and making the decision. And the waiting time is over. You know, today's the day you make a decision, that you don't wait around for something else. You're going to know. It's like when you trust your gut and trust your heart, trust some information, but really trust your gut and trust your heart with that Queen of Wands, and just move forward, because that Queen of Wands moves forward confidently because she trusts her intuition and the connection that she has. So trust your gut, trust your heart, and you won't regret it. I like it for you. So that's what they have for you, Mishena. Many blessings to you. All right, see, that is a repeat. Let me keep going down here. Okay, I think we're almost to the bottom. All right, so baby, Venki's current feelings towards you. Let's take a look here. See what they want you to know. All right, so it is these three. These three cards that are coming in here for you. You've got the Nine of Pentacles, which is the hermit's journey of finding worth from within. And I feel like that's kind of what they're doing right now, because they had some huge disappointment. The Three of Swords is the expectations heartbreak card. And I really feel like they had a lot of that happen, to where they're looking inward and they're on this internal search about their self-worth. So I feel like they're doing this, and it's like slowly unfolding, because they have the Knight of Pentacles, who the knight is in the search for self-worth, this higher self-worth, the Ace of Pentacles, but it takes time. Then that knight is the slowest moving out of them all. So I feel like, there are feelings there, for you, but they're so kind of consumed with that past pain that they've had, that they're on this inner journey, and it's going to take a while. So Spirit saying, well, if you want this, anything with this individual, it's going to be a while because it's seasons, right? The other three nights are faster movement on the inside because it's about the mind and the emotions and the energy, but the pentacles is the outside world. 3 seasons of spring, 3 seasons of summer, 3 seasons of autumn, 3 seasons of winter. It's like, oh my gosh. So if you have the patience, then you can, head that direction. But um, is it in your highest interest to hang out and wait? Mm, yep. Knight of Pentacles again. Slow movement. Nine of Pentacles is the fear. This is like insomnia and nightmares. It's all trying to live up to all these expectations. I feel like it's gonna be like a long, drawn out, painful process if you do. So I think they're like saying, like, if you like pain and you want to learn about your expectations and the exhaustion and losing sleep and do all that, then this is the journey for you. Otherwise, exit ramp. All right. So that's what they have for you, baby. Many blessings. All right. Let's see. How many more do we have here? All right. Yeah. And I'm so sorry. I was trying to get through all of them here, but I've been actually on for 2.5 hours, and I do have somewhere I have to jet off to. But the good news is I will be back at 7 p.m. this evening, which is only 6.5 hours from now. So I will be back this evening. If you need answers right now, I also have several playlists that are listed in the description box of this video. Or if you go to my main page, there are also all the playlists are there. And so if you need an answer right now, trust your gut, trust your intuition, go there and let it draw you. And I guarantee there'll be messages there for you. I have tons of recorded videos, weekly energy updates, monthly readings, pick a cards, all sorts of videos that are out there. So if I wasn't able to get down to you, please accept my deepest apologies. I try to get through as many as I can in 2.5 hours, but the human body needs its little breaks and I have to balance, otherwise I won't be on. So thank you guys for understanding. Um, check out I'm going to be here tonight, then also tomorrow morning and tomorrow night as well. And then of course, every night of the week at 7 p.m. Mountain. So check out those videos. I will see you soon, I'm sure. In the meantime, please know that you are unconditionally loved by the mother and the father of all things. And of course, I love you too. Have an amazing night, amazing day, wherever you're at in the world. And we'll see you when we see you. You guys take care.